Hi,
Hello.
welcome back to my little home.
If you're new to the channel, I'm Fran. Welcome. So I've been quite reflective this week, and seeing that it's nearing the end of the year, I feel like I need to do a little bit more of a declutter. I did a huge declutter about 4 months ago, and that was mainly big things that I had stored away for the past 10 years. I am a master of hiding things in cupboards and drawers. And one of the cupboards and drawers that I need to do is the kitchen. The kitchen, the fridge, the freezer. I need to check the dates of some of the food because I'm sure I'll find something from 10 years ago and I'll be terrified. So I'm on the hunt to figure out what's the oldest thing in my kitchen. I also have a lot of kind of pots. Now, decorative as they are, they end up becoming like a little bin of stuff. Just random things that I just need to put away. And that's like the story of my life throughout my whole apartment, is that I've got little kind of bowls and pockets of just mini bins everywhere. I need to go through all of this stuff and to figure out what I need and what I don't need. Come join me. Let's do this! So yeah, that's one thing that I've got to do, like the smaller areas that I want to clear up. And then creating a purpose for my pots. Like, what is this pot for? The whole point of that pot is random stuff, but it'll be nice to actually have a singular purpose for that. What I have also noticed is how dusty the place is. Now, I vacuum once a week. I think that's pretty normal, right? How often do you guys vacuum? I know that it's not enough because things build up really quickly. And I don't know whether that's because we're in London or probably I just create lots of dust myself, whether that be just particles falling off me and stuff. It's like, am I that dusty? Am I a dusty person? I've got to dust all of the plants too. Plants, super dusty. Bring you over here. Here's Greta. She's thriving still. I am worried over the winter period, but I do need to kind of give her leaves a bit of a wipe. But also the rest of them. That includes you, Cho Chang. You need a bit of a wipe too. But first, we are going to tackle the kitchen. And like I mentioned before, I am the master of hiding things. If there's a cubby hole, I will fill it with something. Oh! Open all my cupboards for you guys to see. It's like 6 cents. I've opened my cupboards like that scene in 6 Cents. And things are just randomly put into places. So this is like my spice drawer. This is my cake drawer. Just put all my cake stuff in there. This one is more or less like my oils and all of the stuff. Mainly my Asian cooking stuff is in here. This one is probably the most random. Couscous is in here, my rice, my honey. Got a bottle of coffee liqueur. It's random. And I know that when I come back from shopping, I don't really organise it. And I just put it all in there. Also, my fridge and freezer needs to be cleared out too. I live by myself and I've been travelling for a bit, so I haven't got much. What have I got? Mostly got dressing that I bought from Japan. My freezer cabinet is scary. Not only that, it's slightly frozen over, so I know I have to defrost this at some point. So maybe that could be something I do before Christmas. Showing you guys this makes me very vulnerable. This side is where I keep my crockery. And randomly, I just put my vegetable up here. I don't know why. I have no idea why that becomes the vegetable place. It just has. Why? Why have I put it there? And then here, this is like my toiletry cupboard. If I move anything in this cupboard, it will just all fall. So yeah, here's my kaplunk cupboard. To be honest with you, everything's like kaplunk in here. I'm gonna close this. It's embarrassing. So that's the state of my kitchen. Yes, that's very exposing. Not very organised, right? I like to think that I am organised in some respects, but this is not good. I know the benefits of decluttering. I know the benefits of structuring your household so you know where things are. You're not always trying to guess where something is. I've also got drawers down here too, but you get the picture. I'm a mess. So I think we should start with just getting everything out, put it on the table, and then we'll see what we've got. So I'm going to put things on the table, things I want to keep, things that are out of date I need to throw away. Maybe that's the two things. I'm going to start off with that big cupboard. Yorkshire tea. So far, everything is in date. Oh. First thing that's out of date is trifle sponges. So it's April 2024. I would still eat them. Best before. That's not going to kill you. Or will it? It's not like a use by date, so April. That's over 6 months. But I did say I'd make a tiramisu for my friend. Could use that. Might give her a stomachache though. Yeah, I'm not going to give my friend a stomachache. That's the last thing you want. What is your limit to your best before date? Like 6 months? Is 6 months too much for best before? I often ask this question, like best before dates and also leftovers in your fridge, like when you eat, like what is the date that you throw them away? Like I'm probably 4 days for leftovers, depending what it is, obviously, like leftover fish, that is grim. Usually I'm max 4 days, 5 days at a push. So all these need to be washed. There's my soy sauce, my vinegars. This definitely needs cleaning. I'm getting a little bit hot and sweaty, so I'm going to take some clothes off and I'll start organising all of this. But for now, nothing needs to be thrown away except for my sponges. That's not bad. I'm going to organise this off camera. Hello guys, morning. I did progress yesterday with sorting all my stuff in my kitchen cupboards, all the food stuff. I only had that one sponge that was out of date, so that's been chucked. I also gave them a good clean and a good wipe down before I put all of my stuff back in. So what I thought I'd start off with today is my glassware and crockery. So in terms of like glassware, this is what I've got already. I'll just bring them along. It's like stuff like this. They're not my go-to glassware. They're nice, but I don't use them. And like bowls. These are beautiful, but I just don't use them. These plates have served their purpose. I don't use these plates. And then this is chipped. And these ones, it only really gives you that surface area here to put food. You can't really put it on the rim. So, don't know, decorative, but they're not my go-to plate. I also had this bowl, and I've decided that this could be like my little vegetable bowl. There's so much pressure lifted off after you just clear it out. And I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy with just taking charge of the items that I have. And I think it's really important to realise what function each item has. Whether it be a practical function or an emotional function, I think they both have value. So those are the parameters that I'm really judging all my items with. Especially when it comes to stuff that I have used. I've already got memory of utilising some of these items, but I need to remember that this is now and not then. These, I'm still thinking. I think if I'm on the fence, then it might be worth letting go. Because I've got enough bowls. I live by myself. I don't need all of these bowls for one person. Sun has come blazing out. Whilst I sunbathe, I am going to think about that toiletry cupboard, the Kaplunk cupboard, and I'm going to carefully bring everything out onto the table. This is exactly what's in here. Just stuff. Oh, my coffee as well. Just stuff. Just pile it all up. I'm going to sort this out. Oh, like that. Keep that one. I don't need these boxes. Unless... it might be a bit bougie, but I'm going to use my Tom Ford box as like my medicine. My medicine box. Medicine, and this could be physical stuff, like stuff like that. Physical things like plasters. That'll work. Paracetamol. How many paracetamols have I got? This massage candle. I was gifted this because I do massage on the side, and but I've not used a massage candle on somebody. I think that's a bit too sensual. Don't you think? Like if you come round for a massage from me, if I started pouring that on you. Actually, I don't think you pour it directly on a person. I think you warm it up and then put it in your hands. I don't know. I'm a bit kinky. Pour it straight on you. So my bougie Tom Ford medicine cabinet is pretty much done. And that's my other one with my physical things. Yeah, I'm gonna put these back. Feel good about that. Didn't plan out to do a bit of organisation, but that actually works out. The next stage is actually my fridge and freezer. Now, I'm being very coy with my fridge, but what I can do is take all the stuff out and then give it a good wipe, clean inside. Let's take all this out. I guess it's my freezer which is the most troublesome. Just basically take these drawers out. Mr. Frosty's come to town and is freezing over here and all over my freezer. So I do want to have a bit of a defrost too. I've decided actually I'm going to defrost this over Christmas, and I'll try and eat up as much as I can in terms of food that I've got before I defrost. Let's have one drawer of food that I need to eat. That wasn't bad to do, and actually it's quite quick just to tackle it and face it. Gone through all the food in my freezer, kept the stuff that I'm going to eat before Christmas, and then I'll defrost at the end of the month. This is one step forward in cleansing myself from the physical mess and accumulation of stuff I don't need. It's going to take some kind of training, so that I don't accumulate more stuff that I don't need. So yeah, as I clear out this, organising my place is very different to decluttering my place. I think that's a separate mission when it comes to organisation. The main mission today was to cleanse myself of all the stuff that I don't use and don't need. So I have a lot of little pots like this. So what have I got in here? A random hand. Random hand plugs from your iPhone. How many plugs do I need from my iPhone? Wires. Hair bubbles when I had long hair. Coins. And random figurines. That's kind of where I'm at with all my bits and bobs. And also my weekend is over, so now I have limited time to do any of this organising. So it definitely is going to be a next year's job. But if you guys have got any tips on what to do with this type of stuff, like, is it an idea to have like a reason for this one to be, rather than it be some random randos in there? Do I need to understand what that area is for it to become a place where I put things? Or do I need this? Do I need this stuff? Do I need this stuff? Good question. So I'm going to leave it there. If you're on a similar decluttering journey, I hope it has gone well for you. I'm not perfect at this. I'm not a tidying guru, but this is my experience going through something and trying to better myself in terms of my environment. So I hope this has helped any of you who are going through the same things and motions. My top tip is just to get things out and deal with it. And that is a good attitude for life itself. Just deal with it. So I'm going to close out now. I wish you all the best and I'll see you soon. Bye.